a chunk of their summer learning the ABCs of buy, sell, and hold, and they're getting acquainted with Wall Street. We'll visit the Bull and Bear Summer Camp in Brooklyn. How much does the average teenager know about PE ratios, bond yields, mutual fund returns? Probably not a great deal. Certainly their parents may not know much more either, but at the Bull and Bear Camp, a 5-day summer camp program, someone is trying to teach these high school seniors the basics of the financial world and introduce them to Wall Street. That someone is Douglas Coe. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Moody Reed, a financial services firm. He founded this camp 10 years ago, and he joins us now from Prospect Heights High School in Brooklyn. Douglas, welcome to the Flip Side.
Well, thank you for having us on. We appreciate it.
Well, this is just such a fascinating program. We talked a lot about it at the top of the show, about this school, the low graduation rate. Tell us about the program. You founded it 10 years ago. My understanding is that so far you've done your program mostly in the greater Kansas City area, and now you're in New York. So give us some of the background and perspective on this.
Well, basically, this is a financial education camp. What we try to do is bridge the gap from Wall Street to Main Street for our children. And we teach them about stocks, bonds, investing, and it's really a detailed camp that goes in and shows you how to set up a portfolio, how to track a portfolio, and most importantly, how to do asset allocation. And we do teach about PE ratios and growth ratios. So we've been practicing that this morning, doing projected growth ratios of net income and corporate earnings. Yes.
You know, your kids are, what, 10 minutes away from Wall Street? I'm wondering what kind of base of knowledge they had before you got there. Did they know anything about this world?
Basically, well, in Kansas City, there are children that come to the camp repetitively. Here in Brooklyn, at Prospect Heights High School, a phenomenal high school, the kids did not know much about investing prior to day one, so it's a new opportunity to begin to teach them. And I tell you what, you'd be amazed how much they can learn in a short amount of time.
Tell us a little bit more about that, Douglas. This is day 5 of the camp. Very intensive days, right, all week long. What do you want these kids to walk away with in terms of practical skills?
Well, actually, I'm from Kansas City, and right now we have a thing called Just Believe. And really what's interesting is that they can do this, and you can never be too young to start investing. As a matter of fact, right now we were working on a simple problem, I would say. We're compounding a company's earnings by a 12% growth ratio. We're giving it a 4 multiple, and we're going to do a 60% IPO spin-out. What's the number? And they can figure that out in a matter of seconds.
Wow. Well, before we continue, I want to remind our viewers, you can give us a call. Maybe you want to ask Douglas Coe a question about his program. Maybe you've got some question about financial literacy or some experience you want to share about teaching kids, or maybe you're a kid and you want to chime in. 1-800-304-3638. Now, what you just said was easy. Would not be easy for a lot of people, even who work at this network, and we cover business news, so I'm glad you've got your kids. So are these kids really smart kids? How do you get them in this program?
These children, well, yes, they are really smart children, but they're no different than any other 12th, 10th grader or 11th grader. It's a matter of getting in and associating things that they already know to the investment world. And a financial education and financial literacy is so important, especially in today's economic environment. We have to start with the kids early. We have to get their math skills strengthened, their analytical skills strengthened, their reading comprehension skills strengthened, and investments can do that. It can teach them how to analyze and helps them more proficient in their mathematics. So this is an excellent program, and we start from ground zero, and we just work our way up.
Douglas, have you seen any in Kansas, since you've been doing it for a while there, any effect on the families? So are kids taking this knowledge, going home and teaching their parents?
Most definitely. One of the assignments this week dealt with asset allocation, and the challenge was they can do asset allocation in their head. That's relatively easy. But I asked them to go home, and if their mom or dad had a work-sponsored retirement plan, to do an asset allocation for them to show them how much stocks, bonds, and cash they should have in that plan according to modern portfolio theory. And you'd be surprised. The kids came back and said their parents were just absolutely amazed and blown away. And we have a lot of parents that sit in the back of the room for the whole camp because they want to learn too.
Wow.
I imagine so. Douglas, can we talk to some of the children in the program?
You sure can.
Okay, we have some questions for them.
We have questions, they have answers.
Okay, let's first start off. What is a PE ratio?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, if you'll follow me, we will just turn around. Okay. What is a PE ratio? Okay, what's your next question?
All right, let's try this one. Let's say you've retired.
Go ahead.
Okay. You're going to retire. You have to readjust your portfolio. What are you going to do?
Okay, I'll tell you what, let's just do this in your head. You have an 80-year-old investor, okay? What percentage of stocks should she be in? What percent in fixed income? 80%. 80%. And should she invest in high-yield bonds? You would say yes? What would you say? What would you say? Governments?
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. What's your next question for the kids?
Okay, I want to ask the kids, because I'm a real bond maven myself, Douglas. Why should that investor stay away from a high-yield bonds, you get a higher interest rate, and go for the lower-yielding government bond? What's the reasoning behind that?
She's got a question. Do you want me to give that question to my domestic fixed income treasury
Absolutely,
department or my
good idea.
department?
Well, either one.
Okay, ring, ring, high yield, please. Ring, ring.
Still speaking from U.S. Domestic High Yield Fixed Income Department. May I help you?
Yes, Miss Sheila. I'm interested in seeing what paper you're pushing out the door today. What do you have?
The M&G Grand INC, rated as Mooney rate, BB, and S&P rate, BB, at fixed price to yield at 9.74%, due by 6107.
Okay, and what other bond do you have right there?
The next telecommunication, Mooney rate, C, and S&P rate, C, at price to yield 9.37%, due by 11/15/09. You going long or short?
I'd like to go long, but I need your recommendation. I have no idea which bond I should buy.
You should buy the MGM Grand INC because it has a higher rating on the market today, and price to yield 9.74%, due by 6107.
So I should buy the MGM?
Yes.
I'll take the MGM.
So you buying the MGM and price to yield 9.74, 60107.
That's great.
Confirmed.
Okay.
Douglas, I love people who know about bonds. I want to ask your equity department, though. Let's call the equity department, because there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of concern about the stock market rally. Is it going to continue? Maybe you've got a strategist who could tell us if it's time to jump more hardly into stocks or to be careful right now.
We love having you at our firm. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you the economic report, first of all.
Great.
That'll give you a background on what the economy's doing.
Great.
Then I'll let you speak with one of the best analysts on Wall Street today, and she can give you some perspective.
Fabulous.
And you know what? It's amazing. All these students come from Prospect Heights High School in Brooklyn. So it's wonderful.
That's great. And you know, Douglas, I love the economy, so let's get that economic report right off
Let's get the economic report. Let me call our economics department. Ring, ring. Hey, Marie, Douglas Coe here. We've got a mutual client on the phone. She needs to know what's going on with the U.S. economy.
Well, unemployment in May was 6.1%, while in June it was 6.4%. Since there was an increase, that status is unfavorable. New housing starts was 1,738 in May and 1,803 in June. Since it was an increase, it's favorable. And consumer confidence was 83.6 in May and 83.5 in June. Since there was a decrease, it's unfavorable.
So what's your overall take on the economy right now?
Well, right now the economy is very slow.
Okay, so with that being said, can you transfer me the call to your analyst, your key analyst department, and we can get an outlook on what she's recommending today?
Yes, I can.
Thank you so much for your economic report. Ring, ring. Hey, Robinson, how you doing? I got to preference your conversation, folks, on TV. We're not making any real recommendations here. We're just practicing, so don't take it actual recommendation. We're not doing that. The kids are just going to show you that they can compete and learn. Robinson, how are you?
I'm okay.
Great. What are you selling? What are you recommending today?
Okay, I'm recommending Verizon.
I can't hear you.
I'm recommending Verizon at BZ on the New York Stock Exchange at 27.50. I recommend sell.
Okay.
Microsoft MSFT New York Stock Exchange 16.02. I recommend it buy. Nike NKE New York Stock Exchange 20.41 at a strong buy.
Now, why are you recommending a sale on Verizon?
because they're going through a lot of problems right now.
With labor management problems?
Yeah, a lot of problems because they want health benefits and job security, and they're not really getting it, so they're going through a lot of problems.
That sounds good. Well, did you get the research from our research department? Now, whether or not you want to act on that is one thing. We do have an international currency department. We do have an investment grade department. We have domestic stocks, international stocks, precious metals, commodity department. Whatever you want to do,
wow.
These kids know how to do it.
Wow,
Yeah.
It looks like it's pretty fantastic over there and very well researched. I'm just wondering if you can get a show of hands from these kids after this week in this camp. How many people are interested in actually getting into this industry when they graduate?
Well, it was very interesting. We went to the New York Stock Exchange yesterday, and they were just absolutely wonderful. And I think that piqued the interest of a lot of students. But the question is to you guys, really seriously, after this week, how many of you would really consider a career or being in the financial services industry?
Wow.
See, we have a whole firm here.
Look at that. Yay.
I mean, whatever you need to do, we can do commodities, we can do stocks, we can do bonds, and we can even do research. So
looks like you can do commercials.
Well, I guess I can. I'm doing a commercial for my camp right now because we want to take it to South Africa, and we need some financial support to keep it going. So if someone's out here watching this, a company, the NASDAQ, Hint, New York Stock Exchange, and you see the importance of taking young children and showing them how to invest, please give me a call. We need your help.
Douglas, we do have a call for you, but it's not from a sponsor just yet. We have Andre in Georgia is on the line. Andre, welcome to the program. What is your question for Douglas?
Yes, hello. First and foremost, I want to say, hey, ladies, I love your show.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Cole, I'm a college student myself, and actually, pretty much I want to do like the same thing that, of course, you're doing. So my question is, how do I get involved? Or more, of course, how can I get involved in your company?
How do you get involved with the company or the camp? Well, the camp is for 4th graders to 12th graders. And if you're in college, what a great opportunity to start learning about the financial markets and the financial services industry. So I think I would get online and maybe research some investment firms in your area and do some internships and look at learning the business inside out. And when you graduate, that can only help you better if you've done an internship and you have experience, and you'll learn the jobs, and I think you'll love your career on Wall Street.
We've got one other question here from New York. Welcome to the program. Do you have a question or a comment?
Yes, good afternoon, Douglas, and I love your show.
Thank you.
And congratulations on doing such a great job with the children. I'm wondering, with such a program, is it possible that maybe we could bring something like this out to Queens, New York, or is there a career?
That's the big thing. You know, that's the big thing. This is a program, and this is why I founded the program. We have camps in our communities across America that train our children's bodies. And those are really good. But we need camps to train our children's minds. And no matter what area you go into, be it a lawyer, a doctor, a street sweeper, whatever, you're going to have to learn how to manage money. And if you don't have those skills, where do you find them? That's why a lot of people don't. It's not they don't want to invest. They don't know how to invest. And so that's why it takes money to do this. You know, it takes money to put on a camp like this. And you know, we're looking for that kind of financial support. Call 10 people in Queens and say this is something we have to have. I'll come do the camp. Just call. You can log into my website, bullandbearcamp.com. And if you want the camp there, and if you see the importance of this, we'll do it. But you know, it takes money to get an education, and I'm not afraid of that, but, you know, you need to have it in Queens. Okay. It's very important.
Well, Douglas, this is so inspiring to so many people. You know, we all need to learn more, become more financially literate. This is such a worthy endeavor. I just want to get that website out again. You said it's www.bullandbear.com.
Bullandbearcamp.com.
Excuse me, bullandbearcamp.com, and we'll find. Someone wants to find a phone number. We're the and thank you, your kids.
Hey, guess what? Where are the bears? Now, guess what? In America, I'm so glad you're joining us. For the first time on national TV, we're going to award the winners of the Bull and Bear.
All right, you go.
All right, now listen, let me explain to you what happens. All week long, the kids compete in a mock portfolio session. where they come in and they pick out their stocks, they reallocate, they try to maximize returns, and they try to avoid losses.
Okay.
So I have in my hand
Okay, let's go.
the official Bull and Bear report. Now you know, what's the rule? Know what? Right. Okay, here we go. Can you come write this down on the board? The Bulls come in with a final portfolio value of 114,128. The Bears come in with a portfolio value of 153.
Okay, congratulations to the Bears. And the Bulls. Okay.
All righty, 153, 467. So we do have fun, and when you get to mix fun with education, and the kids love it, they love coming in, they stay over, and it's a wonderful thing. So yeah, this is the type of camp that we need across the country.
We sure do. Douglas, Coach, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank your kids. They just all seem so fantastic. We look forward to talking to you again at the next camp.
Okay, we'll do it.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, and it's an honor and a privilege to be on your show.
Ours too. Thanks again.
Okay.
Well, coming up. Yeah, I mean, what do you say about that? That was fantastic. Makes me want to be at camp.